Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the Britain Norm BN2. We're taking a little bit of step into the past, checking out an older video. Well, an older plane I should say, not video, but this is the Islander. This is made by Black Box. Okay, they made a recent aircraft as well. That's a twin, and supposedly it's a lot better than this one, right? More comprehensive, more in system depth. But I thought we'd take a cruise on back to the past and check out this one. This has been out in a while. It's only $10, so really you can't beat it for 10 bucks, right? However, I just want to see how far they came, how great this aircraft is. Here's a couple of different models you get. So for the price of 10 bucks, you can't really beat it. You have the Britain Norm Defender, you have the Islander, you have the cargo variant, you have the long nose variant here, which is a particular favorite of mine, and of course you have the British military one, right? This one I thought was pretty cool. If you check here, well, actually, I'm sorry, this is inside. We'll look at the liveries real quick here. That's just for the British one. We can switch to different aircraft, so we'll go to the long nose and go back, and we'll check out the liveries. So you get two different liveries. You get a full white, and of course this is the one they advertise when you do go to buy it, which I just test flew this thing. It's not too bad. We're gonna fly it today in the stream as well. Pretty cool options as far as all the different ones they give you, right? And then of course you have the regular short nose one as well with different liveries in it. So let's see what the liveries are. You got your cargo variant liveries here. I mean, nothing too crazy. Basic stuff here, guys. Basic stuff. But for the price of the price of $10, really you can't go wrong with it, right? So here's the next one here, the Defender, which looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I like the red. The red's looking pretty nice here. I'm a fan of this one. This one is looking pretty nice. Fishing patrol. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe we'll take the fishing patrol out for a ride here and go check it out. So different aircrafts. You got, of course, the Defender. You have the Islander. You have the cargo variant. You have the long nose. The long nose I kind of like, and of course the military grade. With a couple different liveries in each one. Remember, for the price point, I would have to give this thing a definite 4.8 in pricing for 10 bucks. System depth, let's go check it out. Now, I've heard that some of them work, some of it doesn't. They do have modeling inside of the aircraft itself as far as the fuses, but I don't know if they're work if they're popped. Okay, so we're gonna check all that out in this video, flying a cool little twin here, and I'm excited for the Duke coming out from Just Flight. I don't know if anybody knows or seen that, but the Duke is a beautiful aircraft. So here's the inside. Let's put on the regular time. We have a person back there. I guess that's gonna help us, so that's cool. We got this nice lady here helping us out. Looks like she's targeting a buoy here and a boat. I guess these are our people that are defending or offending us. if you want. This is the regular one, not the long nose one, which is pretty nice, to be honest with you. This is not bad at all. Look at this thing. It's properly nice. Definitely for an older plane, this is almost like 2 years old. It's holding up fairly well. We'll have to see how it flies and how it handles. We got chucks, we have covers. Let's see underneath here for the gear real quick. I mean, the gear doesn't go up or anything. As you can see when you get close up, the texturing is not the best, not the highest quality. I mean, you can't really make out rivets or anything like that, but it's good. It's pretty good, not the best, like I said, but hey, let's just check out some of the lights here, how they look. Let's turn that battery on for a second. So the lighting isn't bad. I just want to check that out. Got these little remove before flying tabs here. So far, so good. No control yet until we, I guess, put it on. I like it though. This is a nice little island hopping fishing patrol cargo. You know, you could probably do this is more like an island hopping plane. I don't know if it's any good in cold weather, but I think they use these a lot in island hopping and stuff. Looks like this is like, you know, really good for short field and long field. So let's jump inside, see what they have to offer as far as features and things of that nature. Panels looking pretty good. You know, you can see when you get closer, they try to do wear and tear. It's pretty good for an older aircraft. There was some lighting issues and glitches with the handles here that I noticed when I was flying it. Let's see if this model does that in particular. The other one did. I'm not sure if this one does. We have interior lighting. We can go ahead and turn the battery switch on. And it does have a top panel here as well, which we could turn. These are the magneto switches. We could turn those on. Fuel pump can come on both sides here. These have to get switched, I believe, to the front. We're going to double check that. I guess we'll find out if it doesn't start. I don't think there's any options for different avionics. These are your chucks and all this stuff to take it off for your outboard here. And then I did notice that you do have to have one other switch on here, supply, otherwise it will not start. I found that out the hard way earlier. These are your doors that open, your cargo door, your front door, your back door there, and your other door. It does also have a window that opens and closes. Oh, cargo door, sorry. There you go. So these 4 switches on all the aircrafts that you can, you know, play around with. And of course we do have a window, and you can open this during flight. So clear prop, right? Let's get it rolling here. This is your starter switch for left and right. There we go. Not bad animation, not bad sound. Relatively nice there. Let's put that away. We'll leave the fuel pumps on until we take off here. Let's set the altimeter. Just gonna take a little bit of a cruise in this bad boy and see how it goes. Do have some icing off and on here. I guess that's the keep the ice out of the engine there. You got master avionics switch, which is right over here. As you can see, circuit breakers, I'm not sure if they're modeled here. Pretty cool that they actually click in and out. I like the sounds of it too, right? When you click on and off the switches. Not bad. Not bad at all. Put the want to put the generators on, which are down here, and all these switches. Here's your lighting here, which we should have probably put the nav, the beacon. We got strobes. No, it doesn't. Oh, it should have strobes. These are your landing lights. You got your cabin light and your passenger sign light. So put that on. Your de-icers are here, and it's got this fancy watch for stop clock and all that stuff. So not bad. I mean, for 10 bucks, really, guys, for 10 bucks, I mean, pretty good aircraft for $10. I mean, you really can't beat it. So let's do a test here. And of course the brake is, where'd it go? I know the brake's somewhere in here. Where'd I put the brake? There's a switch, I believe, for the brake. Oh, this handle right there. Duh. Okay, couldn't be more in front of my face. It's right there. All right, so we do have an autopilot as well, which is pretty cool. A lot of cool systems in this thing. I like it. I mean, it's not this is like similar to a Coronado, but a little bit better. You know, not a lot of bit better, just a little. Coronado actually has a little bit of better features just because you can switch out the avionics back. If this you can switch to the GNN 750, it might have been a way better aircraft, you know. So we'll have to do a flight with it one day on the stream. For now, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now, let me see. I think I've turned the sound headphones off. I just want to double check to make sure so we get the full experience with it, right? Sound, headphones are off. Okay, so the headphones are off. So this is the real sound of the aircraft. We're going to turn around here. The animation of the gear is nice. I like it. Let's cycle the flaps. So we're gonna head down to the end of the runway here and take off. Pretty cool indeed, right? In the meantime, while we're taxiing, let's go ahead and check nighttime, what this thing looks like. Let's get a little bit darker here. So not bad lighting. I mean, you could definitely fly this thing at night, right? That's all the lights on. Landing light. Doesn't have a taxi light. They got a beacon light back there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Really can't beat it. Like I said, so visually, it's definitely like, I would say visually, it's not the best texturing, but it's not bad. I would say maybe like a solid 3.8, you know? System-wise, I don't know if these are working or not, to be honest with you. Let's see if it has a checklist. No checklist, so you don't have a checklist, but it's pretty easy to start up. Really not too difficult to fly. Do we have any kind of autopilot setting here? Autopilot setting is not really working on the digital part of it, but it does work, I believe, flying. So we'll check that out when we get up in the air here. Let's see if we can set up the heading. All right. Pretty good turn radius in this one. I flew the long nose. The long nose has a little bit harder of a turn radius, so this one is slightly better. Let's see how it goes for flying. I noticed one other thing when you get to about 110 knots. If you go a little bit past that into the yellow, is when you start to have a little bit of an issue with this plane as far as flight characteristics of handling, right? So I'm putting the right rudder in right now. It's going pretty good. Not bad. And we're up at about 100 knots right there. That's pretty much what the long nose was doing as well. Let me put the flaps coming up here. Pretty smooth handling so far. I'm going to pull back the props a little bit here. Now this is where I started getting into some trouble right here. It was shaking and baking like it is right now. I don't know if you have to leave the props fully forward. No, we're still shaking and baking. So I'm going to take out a little bit of power there. I'm going to pull out the power back to about 110. I notice when you get over too much power here, it starts to shake and shimmer all around. I'm not sure if that has to do with the autopilot, or maybe it's just the turbulence over the water. Over the land, it was really stable. This happened to me on my test flight. Really strange how it acts like that, right? But let's say if you go out autopilot and then heading mode here, it works relatively good. We can VS up a little bit here. Still shaking a lot. You see, I don't know if that's turbulence over the water because of the way today is. You can open the window on here as well. Pretty cool. I don't think you should probably do that during a flight. Oh look, they got a little bit of the GPS back here too. That's pretty cool. Nice little animation. Definitely interesting. really cool. Alright. So, I would imagine this plane should be able to fly relatively good. We're going to put in all the power we can give it. Pull the props back a little bit here. A little bit of that. I'm going to take off the autopilot. So, it's handling okay. I mean, it's not like when we take off the autopilot, it's throwing us into a dive or anything. Let's go ahead and climb. We're going to climb out and then we'll stall test it. I want to turn back towards the island too. So far it's not bad. It's a little bit nose heavy, I see. Put a little bit more RPMs in there. So far so good. Let's see if any of these work. It just says circuit breaker. It doesn't say anything else. Oh, okay, so it does work with the circuit breakers. If you pop them, they do have different systems. Okay, that's pretty cool to see. We do have some functionality here. Here's our fuel. Let's turn off the fuel pumps here. I like it. So far, it's not bad. Nice little airplane to fly. Coming over the bay, we got some turbulence. It's pretty smooth out here over the ocean. So I guess that's something to keep in mind. I do have a turbulence thing on. Here's your visuals, you know, different settings that come for default. It's only 3 different ones. I guess you can set your own if you're not into those. See, as soon as we get into this area, right over the bay here, it's super windy. Super, super windy. So we got to keep an eye on that, right? That's interesting. We're going to get back over towards that land, hopefully. And then, hopefully things will straighten out. We'll come back in from the other side of the island there. I never knew there was so much turbulence over a little area like that. That's something to keep in mind when you're flying, to plan your approach. Yeah, we got some dips. It's very interesting how it reacts with turbulence. I like it though. Not bad at all. Alright, so far I could say system-wise, definitely a solid 4 because you have some fuses and modeling. The gauges work pretty relatively good. If you look right here where the mouse is pointing, we pull the props back and they immediately respond, also with the fuel. So that's a good sign. And of course, you know, your manifold pressure, everything's responding very nicely here. This is a very nice job, especially for an older aircraft that only costs 10 bucks. Really, I mean, how can you go wrong? So we're gonna go ahead and take it back and try to land it right here on the field and see how that goes. Let's just do one stall test here. So we're gonna pull up, power on stall, and see how it goes. And then we'll do power off stall. I'm just curious to see what it will do. There we go, losing airspeed. I'm pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. It feels really nicely modeled as far as flight characteristics. There's the stall warning and right wing's dropping. Okay, there we go. The right wing has dropped. Alright. We don't want to damage the aircraft here, so we'll do power off stall, pulling back up. Let's see how it goes. Nose is coming down. It wants to come down. I'm holding back. I like the flight handling. Alright, so it just snapped over on us like that. So put a little bit of airspeed back in there. Not bad. Alright, let's turn back, and we'll come in for an approach. Not bad. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Is this something that you would purchase? Is it worth it? I find it pretty challenging to fly, relatively nice. It's really not bad at all, guys, in my opinion. Really cool. I think they did a great job with it, you know. Definitely great job. Let's try to land it. We're not far off the ground. That's 1,000 feet. Coming down here, I'm going to pull out a little bit more power. Start putting a notch of flaps. Of course, we don't have any retractable gear in this. It's just a fixed gear. But it's really a nice aircraft. Very, very nicely made. I'm going to put another notch of flaps in. Put the props fully forward, power fully forward. Let's trim it out. You can hear the sound. It's really nice sound. I gotta give them, the sound is definitely a 4.8. Handling is really good too. 4.8 on handling. Systems, you know, not bad at all. And visually, pretty nice. For an older aircraft, it holds up still to this day. And really, the price point is even better than it was before. I don't know if this will transfer to 2024. But it's definitely a fantastic aircraft to fly, at least in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's try to get a good greaser on with this thing. I'm trying to trim out. It's low to the ground, so you got to remember, this is a really low to the ground plane, so you think you landed, but you didn't. There it goes. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Alright. I'm hard on the brakes right there too, so definitely really nice done. Really nicely done with this aircraft. I like it. So we'll just taxi over here and wrap this video up. Let me know what your thoughts are. I like it. I just hope that these planes will transfer to 2024. The developers said they will. Something like this, you know, it's 10 bucks. But it would be really nice to see this over in the next one without having to pay for any kind of upgrades or anything. Let's get another visual out here. Let's set the brake. And let's see what the animation looks like for the shutoff. It's not bad. A little bit of a shake in there, right? I like it. All right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I would definitely I'd definitely enjoy this plane. Let's get all these switches turned off here. And back to cold and dark. Takes a minute for the sound to come in there. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take a look at this thing on the outside. What do you guys think? Would you buy it? Is it good? Bad? I think it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I like it. Thumbnail, right? Well, let me know what your thoughts are. Is this something you would pick up? There's a lot of great twins in the simulator now, but for 10 bucks, you really can't beat this one. I hope this was helpful. If it was, consider subscribing to the channel, smash the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.